Yes, Kenya. Tamu sana, tamu sana, tamu sana is tamu sana. If you look at the Star newspaper headline today, it captures a very, very interesting story. Why Mudavadi's big gamble here to pay off? The DP's rating in Western Kenya continue to drop despite ANC leader joining him. And if you go through that story, it's trying to expose and reveal that since Musalia Mudavadi joined William Ruto, some opinion polls or other surveys have been done in Kenya. And all those surveys are showing clearly that William Ruto's popularity in Western is actually going down while Raila's popularity is going up. So in this video, I want us just to understand exactly what might be happening in Western Kenya. Some few days ago, we did analysis where we explained why William Ruto's rating was actually going down in Western. But in this video right now, I want us to explain why Raila's rating is actually going up. That's our analysis and discussion right now. In case you've just bumped here for the very first time, subscribe, give this video a like. Why do you think, since Musalia Mudavadi joined William Ruto, instead of William Ruto's rating going up in Western, it's actually going down? And then Raila's rating, instead of going down, is actually going up. What do you think is happening here? I just want to explain some reasons why Raila's rating might actually be going up in Western. And the first reason, now it's becoming clear to residents of Western that Raila Molo Odinga will be on the ballot. Since 2018, it was not yet clear whether Raila was to contest for the presidency or not. And during that time, William Ruto's rating was actually very high in Western because William Ruto had been really campaigning aggressively in Western. And Raila at that time had not declared his candidature for the presidency. But now that Raila has declared now and it's now becoming clear that it's a two-horse race, Musalia Mudavadi is not in the mix, then I strongly believe that Raila supporters in Western are now just waking up. They are now just becoming active. And then also Musalia Mudavadi supporters who might have voted for him in the event that presented by two options, Raila or Ruto, then a majority of them prefer voting for Raila Odinga. So I believe that now that Musalia, their very strong indication is not, he won't be on the ballot, his supporters are aligning themselves to Raila Odinga. So that's the first reason why Raila's rating is actually going up in Western. The first thing, his supporters in Western are waking up to the reality that he will be on the ballot. And then secondly, Musalia's supporters, who might not prefer to vote for William Ruto, a majority of them are choosing to vote for Raila Odinga. And then secondly, I believe Raila's rating is actually going up in Western because Western Kenya, they believe Raila has a more realistic chance of winning the presidency than William Ruto. And that is because of this thing I've been explaining here, this thing of the deep state. All along, Western has been voting for Raila Odinga. But in all these years, it's being seen that it was the system that has been stealing Raila's votes. So in this case, that now Raila is being supported by the system, Western Kenya now believes that Raila has a more realistic chance of winning the presidency. And that's why a majority of Western Kenya residents might prefer voting for Raila Odinga. They see their votes will not get lost there. But if you look at William Ruto is just where Raila has been in those years. And chances are very high William Ruto might not actually win the presidency. So Western Kenya leaders are just trying to identify themselves with a side they believe will win the election. And then also one reason that is making Raila to actually, another reason that is making Raila to actually rise in Western is because of the kind of leaders surrounding Raila or supporting Raila Molo Odinga in Western. Almost all top leaders in Western, be it business people, be it elected leaders, be it aspirants, they are all supporting Raila Molo Odinga. And then if you look at William Ruto's side, we don't have very notable figures or respected leaders from Western actually supporting William Ruto. In fact, William Ruto's staunch supporters are leaders who are seen to have been generated or rather to have been elected as a result of computer-generated results. The likes of Didmas Baraza, the likes of Waluke, those are leaders who it's widely believed they never won elections in 2017. But simply because they were in the system, or rather in government, they were helped to recapture their seats. And those are the leaders supporting William Ruto. So in a nutshell, William Ruto is being supported by leaders who do not have clout on the ground, as opposed to Raila Odinga, who is being supported by very respected leaders, leaders with following on the ground. If you talk of the likes of Paranya, in fact, largely all governors are supporting Raila Odinga. And then very strong aspirants from Western are also angling in Azimio, and through that they are just supporting Raila Odinga. So Raila is actually rising politically in Western because he's being supported by the right leaders, leaders who the people already have some trust in. And then also, Raila's popularity is actually rising since Mudavadi joined William Ruto, because I believe Western Kenya is voting a protest vote against Musalia Mudavadi for joining William Ruto. You know, for so many years, Western residents have not actually embraced William Ruto. They have been seeing William Ruto as the problem. So when Musalia Mudavadi just decides to join William Ruto, or rather to support William Ruto, without even informing the good people of Western, that is being seen as some kind of a madarao. Musalia Mudavadi overlooked the good people of Western. So I strongly believe that Western Kenya is also trying to teach Musalia Mudavadi a lesson. And the only way they can teach Musalia a lesson is actually by voting for Raila Amolo Odinga almost to the last person. And in this year's election, I've always maintained that Raila is going to perform better in Western than actually has been doing before. Because in those previous elections, we have been seeing the problem in Trans Nzoia and in Bungoma. But in this case, we are now seeing the DAP party very strong in those areas in Bungoma and also in Trans Nzoia. So I'm seeing a high possibility where Raila is going to perform better in Bungoma and in Trans Nzoia, and then added with this other side of the Luhya land, Raila is generally going to perform better in Western than actually has been doing in the previous election. And then also a reason that might be making Raila Amolo Odinga to actually rise on the mountain, or not on the mountain, in Western, Raila is also being seen as, they are seeing Raila as one of their own. You know, Raila has been going there. There is this perception that Raila comes from the Wanga kingdom. And this is something that has actually been proved, that Raila's lineage transcends from the 13th generation of the Wanga kingdom. So Raila is also being seen not only as a shemeji, but somebody who is also one of them, as compared to William Ruto, who is just a straightaway, not an outsider. So again, because of that factor, I also believe Raila is actually rising in Western. And then there is also this funny thing. If you listen to Eugene Wamalwa has actually been reminding the good people of Mulembe of the old prophecy of Elijah Masinde. You know, Elijah Masinde actually prophesied some years back, even before Raila could even think of contesting for the presidency, that leadership of Western will come from the League. And Eugene Wamalwa has been actively propagating that kind of a narrative. So that's also a way or a reason I believe the Western nation, the Mulembe people, are also being influenced and being convinced into just supporting Raila Amolo Odinga, because they feel that Raila's presidency is actually the sure bridge for a Mulembe person or for a lawyer to actually attain leadership. They believe Raila's presidency is just but a bridge. Otherwise, ladies and gentlemen, just as I did state when we were starting, in case you've just bumped here for the very first time, and so far you have not yet subscribe, give this video a like. Our fans and subscribers, God bless you, God bless Kenya.